Welcome to Artifact Cup 30 Round 4, which will be on Canyon Outpost. Quick explanation for anybody who hasn't been watching the series so far. And if you have been watching it, then you've heard this a million times, you already know. Artifact Cup 30 was a round-robin tournament, so every player will play every other player, and the maps are predetermined. So your first game is always going to be on the Shallows, the second game is always going to be on the Boneyard, the third game for round 3 was Torn Crater, and now we are starting round 4, so we are on Canyon Outpost, which is normally, as you will notice, a 2v2 map. So lots of resources, and each player starts with 2 main resource pockets, with each one having 2 CU deposits and 1 RU deposit. So these games can be a little bit different. It's a big, broad, open map. Well, not really. It's not open at all. This is Canyon Outpost. It's a big map, but it is full of these rock formations that will block line of sight, and also full of these dunes. In the middle, we have some movement obstructions that do not block line of sight, so there could be interesting railgun battles around here. And we've got these nice buried spaceships. And if you don't know what these are all about, you should play the campaign. It's pretty cool. Anyway, our players in this game are Mordax Praetorian here in the Soban carrier. And it looks like he has already started mining off the second point, although he's not repositioned his carrier. Let's see if his opponent has. His opponent is JHS in the Coalition carrier. And these are both like totally black carriers, so this is going to be fun to try and figure out the ships based on color. We're going to have to start clicking the ships a lot and see which player controls them. In any case, you can see JHS, while he is remote mining on this point, has repositioned his carrier so that he will be remote mining just a little bit closer. Now, he could probably reposition it even closer towards the middle, because a lot of these units are not moving at all, and you could move the carrier a little bit further to the left and still not have to be remote mining with these. They would still be able to drop off immediately. They would just move a little bit and be angled slightly differently against those. So you can see some players will spend a lot of time moving their carrier around. I certainly do, to try and get the most resources I can on this map, because the key with a 2v2 map is taking advantage of the massive resourcing that you can get real early in the game cheaply. And so Mordax is really at a disadvantage in this game so far by his own choosing, because he has not repositioned his carrier. He could be just sitting it right between these 2 points and getting real good salvaging from both.
Green line confirmed.
In any case, tech-wise, we have AAVs from JHS, railgun tech coming out very shortly. Also, LAV assault pack coming in, so that'll be neat to see. And we have from Mordax AAV tech and some upgraded production queues. Nothing really crazy to see AVs from Coalition and Soban players.
Hostile unit marked.
Artifact extraction in progress. Reposition. Clear the mines. Let's go.
Enemy contact on the board.
Set new heading.
Light attack vehicle under fire. An LAV has been lost.
Fire smoke on marked position.
Now, I very rarely see a targeting disruptor actually save a unit.
We have lost an artifact.
And it kind of didn't there, but it kind of did. It wasn't saved there because he kept moving the base runner forward, and he should have maybe held it behind the smoke a little bit while he dealt with these LAVs. But it was close. So this LAV should be able to outrun those AAVs. And now AAVs here from JHS. Excuse me, I almost forgot who was playing in the game. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's JHS, but I just want to check. And these AVs are not going for Mordax's carrier, which is interesting. That'd be a really powerful move right now. Instead, he's going to try and just cover the extraction zone. So, okay.
Light attack vehicle online. Charge layout set.
Get started. We got an assignment.
LAV construction complete.
Now JHS is going to be way ahead of Mordax on the railgun tech. And I want to say that this is because Mordax is floating resources. So let's check it out. Oh yeah. Mordax has a ton of unspent resources right now. So it seems like he was really focusing on trying to keep that base runner alive, which unfortunately he did not.
Enemy on sensor.
And he's also going to expand to another resourcing point. So
Enemy unit detected.
so is JHS. What is going on, guys?
Tracking hostile.
We're clear to
Well,
proceed.
maybe it's a valid strategy. I think it's kind of not. I think
Tracking enemy target.
when you're on Canyon Outposts, you want to take advantage of
Contact. Enemy armor.
this
LAV
unique
taking
ability
effective
that
fire.
Canyon Outpost gives you, which is you can have lots of resources and also go all in on a rush
LAV
because
destroyed.
you just build a few salvagers early, and that's all. I have no idea what Mordax is doing here
Tracking
with these
hostile.
LAVs. That's just a death trap for them. No idea what these AAVs are still doing
Armored
here.
vehicle taking effective fire.
Move out.
Hostile railgun has opened fire. Tracking enemy target.
JHS clearly has the better unit composition here,
Enemy signature identified.
and Mordax is building railguns back home.
Armor's on.
Hostile armor on approach.
What is he going to be able to do about it?
Carrier copies. Hostile
It's
threat
also
marked
built
on
a support
sensors.
cruiser. So, again, I'm just not sure that this is worth it. I think Mordax has more resources than he knows what to do with, and what he really needs is the units to defend with.
Proceed to rally
Now,
point.
maybe he'll be able to catch up economically here.
Advance and evaluate.
Railgun assembly complete.
And maybe now that he's got railguns, he'll be able to push off these units from JHS,
Railgun
but you
engaging
do
enemy
have to watch
unit.
out for these LAVs.
Enemy on sensors.
Spectrum analysis has identified an artifact. Maximum fleet capacity reached. Armor, go
Mordax
ahead.
keeps moving forward with his
eliminated.
AAVs. He might be able to take out the railguns. He did for a second
We
have
have new bearing on
a
hostile
good angle on
target.
them, but now they've managed to move a little bit too far
Armored
away.
vehicle destroyed.
New heading set.
New threat identified.
These LAVs will be briefly delayed by an
A
ALM,
railgun has been lost.
but there are
Sensor
not
post is
enough
taking hostile
AAVs in the
fire.
right places to defend against those LAVs. This could be trouble for Mordax. However, these railguns will be cleaned up,
Enemy railgun firing on friendlies.
and by these I mean
Support cruiser under
JHSs. And this support cruiser, again, not really positioned very well. Could have been positioned here and been just as effective.
Artifact location confirmed.
And if I was going to position a support cruiser, I think I would have put it over here and still used the carrier to remote mine off of two of these locations because the
Hostile
distance is
strike
so
craft
short.
eliminated.
Green line confirmed.
So the support cruiser will barely survive.
Railgun online. Heavy vehicle armor upgraded.
But meanwhile, I still favor JHS's economic position. JHS is doing this the right way. He's got a support cruiser out here. And he's...
Railgun assembly.
You know, I still think his carrier could be moved more just like into the midpoint between all of these units. But it's close enough. Certainly a better mix than what Mordax has going on.
Railgun online.
And now, ooh, I really hope Mordax moves forward with these railguns to scout this missile battery because Mordax is
Awaiting
now...
orders.
Destination.
Oh no, he already has fighter
We are
tech.
at maximum
It's
fleet
JHS who's
capacity.
grabbing the fighter tech now, so, okay. Mordax has already been counted on the
Ready
units that he
orders.
hasn't been deployed yet,
Enemy forces
so that's
have
going to be
acquired
trouble.
an artifact.
And I really like JHS's positioning of this missile battery, by the way. Right up forward here so that if any fighters do fly over, they'll be shot down. A lot of people hide their missile batteries near the back, and by the time that the missile battery even fires, the fighters have already fired their volleys and done some damage. So I like the super forward missile battery positioning. It doesn't mean that they're more vulnerable to being sniped out by these railguns, but so far neither player scouting the other as they're moving around here. And the first unit that
Strike fighter
sees
ready for deployment.
Mordax's units may be the salvagers here. Possibly this UAV, this UAV.
LAV construction complete.
Oh yeah, there's a UAV here that's gonna find them.
Enemy contact on
Coordinates
sensors.
confirmed.
Enemy unit detected.
Now I think this is way greedy of JHS. I don't think
We
there's
have
any
new bearing
point
on
on Canyon
hostile
Outpost
target.
of grabbing all those resources.
Punch it.
Enemy
You could probably
salvager
fill your
needs
unit
alive.
cap by just salvaging all of these things, but you need military. And both players are moving forward with their military.
Hostile contact marked.
Hostile forces are pursuing an artifact.
Tracking enemy
Mordax
target.
is going to
Sensor
clean up
post
this
under fire.
support cruiser pretty quickly and deny that resourcing.
A sensor post has
But it
been
remains
lost.
to be seen what Mordax can do.
Railgun under
Mordax
fire.
needs to be rolling forward aggressively, and he keeps sort of pausing a little bit. He needs to really get these AAVs right up there in those salvagers, take them all out, get the railguns in there, smoke them to allow the cover, provide cover to allow these to advance.
Armored unit lost.
But he's going to take out these railguns, and it's going to be real trouble for JHS. Meanwhile, the resourcing is like super in trouble here from Mordax. His main support cruiser covering both of these resourcing points has gone down. His carrier is not producing really any units. He has fighters, so you know what? He could deploy those fighters and take out all these units. So he's actually not in as much trouble as he thinks he is,
Sensor post
or as
down.
I thought he was. And JHS is in a ton of trouble. So if Mordax would deploy, he's deploying these fighters. Oh no. No. He's going to deploy them right over this missile battery and try to attack JHS at home. That's so unnecessary. You've got the critical mass here. You need to defend. You need to be using the fighters to defend and take out these units right here. And
LAV
he's
destroyed.
still not...
Enemy engaging armored unit. Enemy armor inbound.
It's a big mistake, I think. I think that is the game-changing mistake here. Mordax, I think, had this because he could have defended and taken out all these railguns and then taken out the AVs, and he would just have to sort of survive for a little while. But as it is,
Railgun engaging enemy unit.
he has the air cover, and he's able to do a lot of damage to JHS's coalition carrier here. But JHS has carrier power, and he has artifacts, and he's ferrying more artifacts. I
Enemy
suspect
contact on the board.
that these railguns here will kill Mordax's carrier
A railgun has been lost.
before these
LAV
railguns
taking
kill
effective
JHS's
fire.
carrier, just because of all this terrain and everything else. But at the same time,
Hostile
Mordax is in a better position in many ways militarily. He does have fighters now that are returning, but he needs to be able to use them and kill these railguns. And he needs to get these AVs that, oh, he's spending so many resources on ALMs. I think this is a huge misplay.
All stations, report in.
The ALMs perhaps should have been used against the railguns instead. Dude, you got fighters, deploy them. Just kill the railguns. He's used all of his resources now on ALMs, which means he doesn't have enough to build salvagers. He now is back to having enough, but he needs to make sure that he keeps at least 100 CUs around so that when he kills these, he can rebuild his economy. Meanwhile, over here, oh my gosh, this carrier is so close to being dead. Now, actually, aircraft would destroy this. And Mordax can take this game from JHS, and it looks like he's gonna try it. Can he take it out? Meanwhile, we can see... Oh, it looks like this is gonna go down. JHS is gonna lose his carrier there. Alright.
Hostile carrier eliminated.
Oof. I just want to point out, JHS had 4 artifacts. I think he was close to getting another one. Can we find the base runner that blew up? I'm not really sure. But really nicely done by Mordax there. You know what? I lost faith in Mordax there at the end. I wasn't watching this fight quite closely enough. I thought that JHS was going to be able to get away, just based on all this terrain here. It's very common that you can lose a player in here, but you know what? Mordax stuck to his guns, and in this case, really stuck to his airborne missiles. So, good job there. Mordax takes game 1 of round 4 from JHS. Despite having, I think, an inferior economy all game, but he did do a really good job with this attack over here. I still think it would have played out better for him had he kept these strike fighters back home and just defended. He would have still been able to have an economy. But you know what? Doesn't really matter in the end. He did win the game, so nicely done. And stay tuned for more in Artifact Cup 30.